Hey everyone, happy Monday. You are going to be doing Delta Math today. In Delta Math, we are going to be focusing on transformation. So if you recall, there are four transformations. Translation, which means to slide, which means to move the shape left or right, up and down. Rotation, which means to turn or to rotate the object. A reflection, which means to flip or mirror. So if I have like a line that I want to flip it over and I want to flip that L, the L would flip, such as that. And then lastly, a dilation, and a dilation changes the size. It either makes it bigger or smaller, okay? So with these quick notes, we are going to go ahead and look at some of the questions that you will see today on Delta Math, all right? So the first set of questions asks you to actually take the shape, plot dots on the grid, and translate it. Translate the image. So question number 1 says, translate the figure 4 units to the right and 5 units down. Plot all the points of the translated figure. You may click a plotted point to delete it. So what I need to do is I need to put 3 new dots after moving the shape 4 units to the right and 5 units down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and count my points. So I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down for my first new point. I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down is my second point. And the third point there, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down for my third point for my triangle. Connect the dots if you need to, or unless they connect them for you, and there would be your translation. Okay, remember, translating is just sliding the shape. One more example of translation. It asks us to move it 1 unit right and 4 units up. So every point you have to move 1 unit to the right and 4 units up. Okay, 1 unit to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. 1 unit to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. 1 unit to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. And then lastly is 1 unit to the right and 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. Once again, if you have to connect the dots, go ahead and connect them unless they connect it for you. Okay? So that's the first section. It asks you just to translate. If we go into the second section, it says, what is the image point of -4, -3 after a translation left 1 unit and down 2 units? So in order to do these next problems, and I'm actually going to label this was number 3, I'm sorry, and this was number 4. If you're traveling left, okay, that means you have to take the x value and subtract the number. If you're moving to the right, you're going to take the x value and add whatever number it's asking. If you're moving up, you're going to take the y value and add the number that it's being asked for. And if you're going down, you have to take the y number and you're going to subtract the number that's being asked. So it says to move left 1 unit, so I'm going to take my x value and subtract 1. And it says down 2 units, and I'm going to take my y value and subtract 2. And I'm just going to basically create this math problem. -4 minus 1 is -5. -3 minus 2 is -5. So my order pair is -5, -5. Okay. Same thing for this next question here. What is the image of 5, 4 after a translation right 4 units and down 3 units? So you're going to take your x value, and because you're moving to the right, you're going to add 4, which gives us a 9. And take your y value, and because you're going down, you're going to subtract 3, which gives you a y value of 1. So your ordered pair is 9, 1. All right. The third set of questions says determine a series of transformations that would map polygon ABCD onto polygon A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. Okay, now remember we have those four different types of transformations. A translation, which is just a slide. Okay, a rotation, which is turning. A reflection, which is flipping or mirroring. And a dilation, which is a change in size. So you for sure, size. You for sure can look at this example here, this number 5, and notice that the two shapes changed sizes. So I know for sure that one of these is going to be a dilation. All right. Now the other one, if you notice, this kind of looks like a kite. And what they did is they turned the kite so it was kind of facing the other direction. And remember, a turning is a rotation. So what you're doing is you're just looking at the graph and trying to identify what two pieces or what two transformations occurred. Okay. And number 6 here, it wants you to determine the transformations that occurred on A, B, C, D, E. So first off, once again, it was a change in size, which makes it a dilation. And second off, notice here how all of the vertices are in the same location. They didn't change. So all this person did when making these transformations was move it up and to the left. And with that, that is a translation. Okay. All right, and then that last set of problems, this is, I think, question number 7. It wants you to translate. Nope, we did that one. We're good there. The next set here, it wants you to reflect over the line x equals -5. Now, they provide, reflect just means to flip. So you're going to take all the points and flip them or count the exact amount of spaces from one side of the line onto the other. Okay, so it gives us the line, we have to flip it over. So we just have to count the points to that line and then past that line. So I'm going to take this first point in the top left and I'm going to count how many blocks do I have to go in order to get to the line I highlighted. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means if I'm reflecting it, I'm going to count 4 more points over. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be where my new point is. And you have to do that for all 5 vertices there. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oops. And then we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that, oops, that last point there is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then depending on if the program connects the dots for you, just go ahead and connect them if you need to. Okay, so we just flipped it over that line.